The role of the state attorney is to get cases that are brought to them from law enforcement, to review those cases to see which cases criminal charges should be filed on, what the appropriate criminal charges are that should be filed on each case, and then to determine what is the appropriate resolution based on the current state of the law. So the legislature, not the state attorney, makes the law. However, it's the state attorney's job to interpret and apply the law to the cases that are brought before the state attorney. Yeah, here in the state of Florida, which is different than many states, because in some states you have DAs, which are district attorneys. In some states you have state's attorneys. In the state of Florida, there are 20 judicial circuits and there are 20 elected state attorneys. The difference between the state attorney and the attorney general is that state attorney is in each judicial circuit, whereas the attorney general represents the entire state. Now, the attorney general is also an elected position, but the attorney general, again, represents the entire state of Florida. The number of assistant state attorneys, or ASAs, differs from circuit to circuit. Here in the Ninth Judicial Circuit, we're typically allotted for approximately 170 assistant state attorneys. And the role of an assistant state attorney is to handle an individual caseload based on their bureau, and we determine that based on their level of experience. So when someone first graduates from law school and they come to work in our office, they'll start off in our county court. In county court, you handle low-level misdemeanor offenses where someone is facing a year or less of incarceration. After that, someone might be promoted to our circuit court or our felony divisions. In felony, it's for anyone who's facing more than a year in jail. And then the highest level, I think, of attorney in our office would be those attorneys who are handling serious cases like violent crimes and homicides. And typically, those are attorneys who have been in our office for more than 5 years. I think the overall biggest misconception is that people think that I make the law. People think that I have the ability to say what laws should apply to certain situations, and I don't. The role of the state attorney is simply to apply the laws that have been set forth from the legislature. I can't create laws that don't exist, and I can't remove laws that I don't like. I can only apply the laws and utilize my discretion as state attorney on how those laws should be applied in this circuit. A huge component of our job as assistant state attorneys and state attorney is to ensure that victims' rights are respected, that victims' services are advocated for, and that victims receive what they need to make them whole. And that differs from victim to victim. That's not just one thing. An important thing to understand, though, is that the state attorney does not represent the victim. The state attorney represents the entire community, and that includes victims. It also includes defendants and their families, as well as the victims and their families. And ultimately, we have to craft a resolution that adequately represents all parties.